Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy hump day to you. Another beautiful day, beautiful Wednesday here for us to enjoy, to evolve, to get excited about life. I am your host, Sean Grant, and I want to welcome you to the Actors Area. Here's what I want to do. So I just started this group on Facebook called The Vibrational Actor. And if you put that into the search log, you can find it pretty easily. But anyway, as I was meditating this morning on the beach, looking out into the Pacific, I got the idea of giving this e-letter that I did not too long ago called the Abundance Report. So one of the most important things, and we're going to make this an episode on this podcast, is showing artists, showing actors, entertainers how to have an abundant mindset. And that deals a lot with vibration, but also just making sure that you're not tripping your own self up through sabotaging beliefs. So this report, it's not long at all, just a couple pages, but it's some really valid information as it deals with abundance in regards to your health, your relationships, your wealth, and just about everything tied into that concept. So what I'm going to do for you, if you're not a part of my group, is if you want a copy, you can actually send me an email at shaung04@gmail.com, and I will send you a copy of that document for you to not only enjoy, but to use and to look back over and live an abundant life if you're not doing it already. Like I said, one of the biggest things I find with myself now at this stage in my career is it is optimal. It is of great importance for me to be able to give back to whoever I can as far as the things that I've learned and things that I know which actually work. That's the whole point of this podcast. But with that being said, once again, email me at shaung04@gmail.com and I will gladly send that on over to you. With that being said, guys, let's get right into it. Today's topic: relinquish resistance, shorten the distance to your dreams. Okay? Relinquish resistance, shorten the distance to your dreams. So, first and foremost, one of the biggest forms of resistance is complaining. And I know as a human being, it is in our nature to complain when things don't seem like they're going the way that they need to or the way that we feel they need to. So, one thing I want to tell you to do right off the bat is to not complain. I exhort you to not complain no matter what happens in your life. Because you know why? Complaining does to your vibration what a sharp pin will do to a big inflated balloon. It will pop it and blow it out completely, and you will just feel worse and worse. And all that does is just build on feeling worse and worse and worse, and you get the picture. So don't ever complain. And even if you start to complain, find a way to change it up and turn it back around to get back towards a higher vibration, because I care about what type of things unfold for you in your life, and you can't get to where you want to go being on a consciousness that is constantly thinking that somebody or the world is out to get you. So relinquish that completely. Don't even deal with it. And if you come into contact with people who are complaining, either change the subject right away or find an excuse to get out of there and not deal with it. I despise complaining. I can't stand it. I hate it. Even when I do it, I get so mad at myself because I know that nothing good can come from it. All it is a pity party, and we don't want pity. We want prosperity. We want to move forward. We want to evolve into the individuals that we were placed on this earth to be. Okay? So you relinquish that complaining, throw it out the picture. Another form of resistance that I almost guarantee all of you actors have experienced is when you feel like your career should be further than it is. Okay? And being a life coach for so many years, I used to deal with this a lot, and I still do deal with this a lot. And Here is the bare truth in this situation. God knows best. If you refer to it as a universe, trust that God, the universe, knows best, knows what's best for you. So that means that you have to be able to surrender to what your higher power, your higher self feels like is best for you. And this is a dog fight. I tell you, it is one of the hardest things to accomplish. But when you learn how to do it, when you learn to accomplish it, when you learn to just embrace it and trust unfailingly and wholeheartedly within the universe and its power that it has to move in our lives, you will begin to watch the resistance melt away in your life, right? And I say this to kind of give you an example. 2009, I think back. I was coming off 2 really great years. Is when I first started acting. 2 really great years of booking jobs, commercials, videos. Had just did a big movie not too long ago, and I worked my tail off. I mean, if I wasn't in class, I was reading books. If I wasn't reading books, I was going to like community theater and performing and just doing so many different things to make myself the perfect actor. And I booked one job that entire year. And that one job was a Disney video with Neo for the Princess and the Frog movie. But that was the only job that I booked. And I tell you, my ass complained so much. And so I'm telling you off the bat why. I complained because I felt like I should be getting more. I should be booking more jobs. I am a superstar. I am the best actor there is. You know, I felt all this inside and I complained. But what I didn't realize, what I didn't see is that when you know that you're intertwined with the entire universe and everything works in perfect unity. And the beauty of it is we can't see it. There's no way in heck we could see this from any perspective. We don't know the intricacies of the universe, but everything works in unison and everything works for our highest good, even if we can't tell physically. And what I realized after some time looking back on that year, I was a bit arrogant. Nobody would ever know it because I never showed it on the outside. I was a bit arrogant. I was self-centered. I was really caught up on myself. I thought that I could do no wrong after only 2 years of acting. You know, I thought I was top shit, you know, excuse my French, but that's how it was. And so what was actually taking place after meditating and just figuring out what was going on this year, I was being saved from myself by my higher power, because the moment I would have booked something really big, my head would have blew up even more so, and it would have got to a point to where I would have gotten away from being who I truly want to be, and that's a loving, caring, giving, inspiring, uplifting person. So that is what my higher self was trying to do by not allowing me to book these jobs that I had booked previously. Because see, that's another thing. You got to stay humble. You can be confident, but you got to stay humble when things start to work for you, because before you know it, you can actually start pushing out some resistance if you feel like you're the one that's doing it all. Here's the biggest difference between me now as opposed to like almost 7, 8, almost 10 years ago. I see everything from a spiritual perspective. I see everything from a perspective of, you know what? I'm going to get mine, but I'm also going to help as many individuals out as I possibly can. That's why I started this with giving you guys something that I know would help you. And it's not because I want anything in return. It's because my actions are rooted in divine love. My actions are meant to help the people outside of me, the people that don't know the stuff that I do, and give back to them and watch them prosper, because that is exciting for me. That's why I became a teacher. That's why I became a coach, because I want to see those things unfold for everyone that's out there trying to live that dream of being an actor, being a famous superstar actor. You know, I want that success for you. I want that happiness for you. I want that fulfillment for you to be able to say, wow, I did it. Okay. And so that's the difference now. And coming from that place as opposed to where I was before, I realize now my career progresses a lot more fluidly and a lot more easily because I don't put up resistance. You know, if I have a great audition and I do really well, I don't go home and then after not hearing anything say, to hell with that production. It's their fault. They're missing out on me. You know what? Even if I feel that way, I think to myself, there's something in my higher power, something in my higher self of God that did not want me to get this job. Because if I receive a job, then it's a job that's meant for me. It's meant to make me better in regards to my divine purpose. And I mention all this, guys, because I want you to really dive into believing this, especially in this industry, because it's like this in all industries, in all walks of life. You only connect with things that are one, vibrationally compatible with you, and two, things that are going to not push you, but guide you towards your fulfilling your divine purpose. And if you're not doing that, you'll find out that you start to get miserable pretty easily. If you want to feel good in doing what you desire to do, always follow your intuitive guidance. Always let your higher self put you in a place to where you need to be. And it's all about acceptance. It's all about allowing. It's all about getting to that point of realizing that, you know what? I can't see it all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this situation ties into my situation as a whole. I don't know how their situation ties into my situation as a whole. But I know that if I'm supposed to be here, things will work out for me to be here, right? And I can move forward with that in all honesty, in all peace, in all happiness, knowing that, okay, it's taken care of. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be at. I'm going to give you an affirmation here real quick that I say all the time, and I want you to use it, but I want you to use it and to really feel the effects of it. And that affirmation is, thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe. Or you can say thank you. Thank you, Lord, for manifesting my highest good in perfect divine order. I'm going to say that again. Thank you, Lord, for manifesting my highest good in perfect divine order. Now, when you say this, what happens? It kickstarts the universe into bringing you everything that's meant for your highest good. And so this is why this is important in relevance to the title that we have today. It's important because you'll know right off the bat the things that start to come into your life are good for you, even if they seem like it's something bad, even if it seems like it might present a problem. You just got to the point, or you just reverberated the point of your highest good being manifested in perfect divine order, which means that all the things that are supposed to come to you are going to come to you. So you can't look at them like, oh, this is a problem, because once you mention that, once you say that and you believe it, there are no problems. Everything is meant to come in your favor. So if that is an audition or a callback falling through, that's what it is. If that's a role that you thought you booked falling through, that's exactly what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it to that point. So we embrace it with peace, we move forward, and we allow the flow to continue, because you want flow, always want flow, nothing else. Anytime you feel like you're resisting, you'll actually feel it on the inside, because it'll feel like you're stuck. It'll feel like you don't have anywhere else to go. But if you take a step back, okay, take a step back, come in peace, say, what is it? The question you need to ask is, what is it that I need to know within this situation? What is it that I really need to see? And before you know it, you will get the answer and will be able to move forward in a way that, once again, continues to evolve and prosper you to fulfilling more of your divine purpose. And I promise you that is where you will be the happiest. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Once again, any form of resistance, just don't deal with it. Let it go. Allow. Be at peace. Learn to flow. Take the path of least resistance. And I promise you, you will get to where you want to go much quicker as opposed to fighting, what you're coming against. Don't ever feel like you just got to go out and take action. Make it intuitive action. Make it inspired action to where something of a higher nature is guiding you down the right path. And if you do that, once again, like I said, you will shorten the distance to your dreams, guys. I promise you. I've lived this myself. I've watched other people live it. I've had the luxury and pleasure of helping other people to be in this position. So, once again, what I'm going to do before I go is, if you want that report, send me an email at shaung04@gmail.com, and I will send you the abundance report to help out your career and just to help you get rid of any type of negative beliefs or anything that could be stopping you from being the superstar that you are. Other than that, I am out, guys. Have a wonderful hump day. It's always a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.